Hi, how are you? Theresa Moss here. I just wanted to quickly shoot a video today and talk about emotions. One in particular. As human beings, we tend to let our analytical side and our emotional side collide with each other. And they kind of butt up against each other, preventing us from ever actually making any progress in certain areas. And I'm very guilty of this. Being a mom, I was always, emotionally afraid of every little thing my kids did, but analytically, knowing they had to go and be kids and do what they have to do, and I couldn't let my emotional side overrule the analytical side when it came to them living their lives. Then there's instinct. If you have an instinct about something that is right or wrong, it's my personal belief you should always trust your instincts because they're usually right. That always worked out in my favor with my kids because I knew if I was being just emotionally afraid of something that they were doing, a task that they were taking on or an adventure they were on, I knew whether it was emotional or instinctual. And if it was emotional, my analytical side would usually tell me to lighten up and just let them go. Of course, that analytical side was usually Kevin. Theresa, they're kids. Let them go. They're going to do what they're going to do. But I knew instinctively if something was wrong to jump in and stop it before they got hurt. And this is how we live our lives in different areas. I relate to being a mom the most. So that's what I compare it to. But when it comes to business and making a decision like starting a business, there was a lot of those same emotions that came into play. And the emotional side of me was afraid, of you name it. I was afraid of it. The emotional side thought, what if I fail? What if I screw up and someone laughs at me? What if I just never succeed? What if this just never works for me? What if, God forbid, my family or friends see this and then start poking me with questions about what are you doing now and what is this about? And, every kind of thought that could possibly go on was in my head about why I shouldn't do this. And then the analytical side, which again was a lot of Kevin, talking, saying, this is the right thing to do. This is something that we've dreamed about, something we've thought about, something I've always wanted to do. I've wanted to succeed at. And that part of me was saying, yes, this is a great idea. It's a great opportunity. Why wouldn't you start your own business? My last couple of jobs ended up in dismal failures because I wasn't happy there. I was working for someone else. I was living by someone else's rules and according to someone else's dreams, and they were never the same as mine. Again, working for someone else made me miserable. So why wouldn't I want to start my own business? And then thirdly, I had to listen to my instincts. It ultimately came down to my instincts, which told me this was a good company. This was a good product. This was a great time to start a new adventure. And when I finally stopped letting my emotions and my, analytics side butt up against each other and I let my instincts kick in, I realized that the only thing holding me back was me. I know there's always a lot of questions when they're starting, regarding starting a business, regarding putting money into something and wondering, am I going to get it back? Am I going to succeed? Am I going to have support? And they're all normal questions, but your instincts are what's going to tell you if it's right or if it's wrong. And if you feel like this is the right thing to do, my only question to you is, what are you waiting for? If you know you have someone out there that you trust to mentor you and walk you through the steps that you need to take to learn the business, What are you waiting for? At what point is it going to be a good time for you to start a business? Is it next week, next month, next year? Ask yourself what's going to change if you don't if you do wait till next year. What's going to change between now and then if you do wait? Or ask yourself, more importantly, what's going to happen if you don't take any action? Think about it. What's the worst thing that could happen if you do take action right now and make a change in your life? Could you fall on your face? Could you fail? Yeah, sure, I guess you could. But what if you don't? What if you never take that chance? You'll never know. You'll just be doing the same thing you're doing right now. And if that's good enough for you, then that's good enough. Then stop looking for a new opportunity. But if you've been someone looking for an opportunity and searching the net and waiting for that perfect thing to jump out and grab you in, that's not going to happen. These are decisions you have to make on your own. And like I said, if you don't make a decision, well, that means that your life that you have now is good enough for you. And you should just let it go, move on, and enjoy it. Or you could jump in, start something new and fun and exciting, and enjoy that too. Ultimately, that's what we did. And I've never looked back. And I'm not going to say it's been easy and perfect and wonderful and we got rich in 30 days. It didn't happen that way. But you know what? It worked. That's all that matters, is we didn't give up until we just didn't give up. I mean, there isn't until. We just didn't give up because we knew that this was something that we wanted badly enough that we were going to make it work. And it did. And it can for you too. So that's it. That's just my little thought for the day. Keep working on personal development and keep watching inspirational people. Keep learning and paying attention to the stories of those who also thought they couldn't do it, but they turned around and did anyway. And think how cool it'll be down the road in a month, 6 months, 12 months, whatever, when you are that story of someone who thought they couldn't and wondered if they could and went ahead and did it anyway. How cool would that be? I'd love to be there listening to that story. So if you're ready to get started, give me a call. I'd be happy to help you out. Take care.